Hang on a second, because I have the roster here and I. But it's here.
You could just have them call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to. All right, Felicia Salazar,
Present.
Elsa Reed,
Present.
Ete Colon, Elizabeth Turner,
Yes.
Suzanne Chapani, Trinette Darren here, Madeline Santana,
Here.
Hermania Ibarra,
No.
Carla Costa, Zia Aleman,
Here.
Marieta Marks,
No.
and Charles James.
Here.
Okay,
You have any comments? Public comments? Hey, you want to say?
Yes, I think, I would like to say something. When I saw that there was an open.
Your name?
spot- My name is Ibelis Torres.
We had an email from this. Yeah.
That's right.
I applied to be member if I get accepted to the Cultural Affairs Committee. And one of the reason is because I love cultural events and I love art. I am an artist myself. I am a photographer. I'm having an exhibit this Friday in the La Mano Hispana. And you are all invited in the Mylander Center.
Oh.
It's in honor of the Hispanic Heritage Month.
They have a nice
In Hialeah, the city of Hialeah.
Yeah, they have a nice building there. They have an exhibit.
It's very nice, and there's a garage
Uh-huh.
with free parking next door,
Yeah,
and the place is.
yeah, I've seen it.
And the flavor is very good.
Good, good.
And then I am a GIS consultant. And I used to do maps, and I use the demographic information for any city. I was involved in the incorporation of Miami Lakes in 2000. I was the project manager for the incorporation of Miami Lakes. From the GIS point of view, the folios that were converted from 30 to 32. And I write. I am a photographer, and I took recently a grant class that I think is going to be beneficial.
Grant.
Grant.
Right, that's
Grant.
great.
And I am already writing one for a member of my family that already asked me to Facebook. But I am willing to, I love it. I love the class. And the other thing I can help is helping everybody as a team member.
Great.
Donating my time and
Right.
assisting to any event.
Are you gonna be here for the October 14th?
No, I'm not
That's what I
really.
saw, that you're gonna be away, right?
I'm gonna, because I have a family health situation with my niece and is getting surgery next week.
Okay,
So I'm flying this Saturday.
okay, well,
Only
shame we
back.
would have had the photographer.
Yeah, I would love to
Yeah, okay.
assist with that. So that's what I am applying, and I am very enthusiastic. I am retired. I am a freelance consultant, but I have all the time that I can manage to have.
Wonderful, that's all we need.
So
Right.
that's what I am applying. And I would love to participate.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, any deferrals, additions, deletions? No. Anything you want to do? I know we put, and we spoke about this last time, the donation request to make the Playhouse.
Yeah, it's on the old bid.
We don't own business because I think we voted on.
Yeah,
Provide an
so-
update on that. There's
Right.
no
Yeah,
point in repeat. You can
Okay.
just,
No, we'll
like
get
the
to that
new,
point,
yeah,
we'll
when we
talk
get
about
there, you can talk about what your counter proposing, I guess.
it. Okay, good. So no. Okay, approval of the minutes, review and approval.
All right, so there's no additions and no deferrals.
No.
While you guys are reviewing the minutes, really quickly, just wanted to mention to you all, specifically our secretary, whoever may be acting secretary whenever our secretary is not at the meeting. I know there was questions regarding minute taking. So just to be clear, just so you guys know, our town clerk's office takes minutes, and they do note down whenever there's names for a no vote on the minutes. So they're asking us that going forward, we don't have to go back and, if it hasn't been done in the last couple of meetings, at this point, the minutes have been approved and they're part of the public records, but just so that we're consistent and uniform with our town clerk's office and the council meeting minutes, we're asking that you do add those no votes for everything. We have those names under the notebooks. That's pretty, all the update I wanted to give you guys. If anybody has any questions, let
Are
me
you
know.
gonna document the names when they vote? No.
Yeah, that's for, but I want to be very clear, this is across the board, because I think with the committees, I've seen it that sometimes it has been, it has not. So just to make sure that we're uniform, it has to be for any time there's a no vote.
Like we say yes, no.
Yeah, so the yeses, you don't have to take the names down,
Okay.
it's just the no,
Okay,
like whoever's in opposition.
duly noted.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's read the minutes real quick.
I read the minute. I just have, there's basically some corrections of names, the spelling of some names.
Okay, so Esther,
Elder,
also sorry. Motion to correct. Typos in names.
names.
Page 7, letter K needs to say 21-year-old. And page 8, letter D, 8D should say artists who want to display.
Anything else?
That's page what, 8 and 7?
No, right here, I'm
Seven and
I'm
eight.
searching for you. And what is this? And it says music DJ as listed on break or budget. I think it
Which
would
item
be
is that?
budget, no? C. 4C under Hispanic.
Or C. Also motion to approve some committee
Yeah, music DJ as listed on break. I think it's probably listed on budget. Because I
On
did
that
like
list, like you
a,
remember?
like a budget.
Yeah,
did
on that
like-
budget list that
yeah,
we're gonna attach. to
There we
it.
go. So it probably is budget, yeah.
meeting.
Because what I did was I did a proposed
Is it
budget
handling?
And I think it was supposed to be attached.
to the proposed budget.
Your budget was. attached.
Oh, I was so confused because I saw two budgets. I thought it was a mistake, so I.
No, because
I'm
we were
sorry.
putting everything to the motion and then this on.
So you did it to reference.
It's the
To
reference
the
to our
proposed
thing.
I'm
budget,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so, and add, proposed budget for Hispanic heritage. Two item,
4.
4C. Anybody second the motion?
I second the motion.
Discussion? Okay, all in favor? Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. The minutes are approved.
Okay. Item 6A. Treasurer's report, drafting a budget update. We have everything in the report. I know Esther's not here, but. We're having a budget meeting tomorrow, the first one, right?
Yeah, the town's first budget hearing is tomorrow, the 14th. Yep.
Okay. I asked Cynthia today if I needed to be present. She told me probably not. So you know more or less what they're gonna be discussing. You,
This is the entire budget for the new fiscal year.
oh, okay, so it's not gonna go out.
They may not, I'm not sure. It's a public meeting and anyone's welcome to attend. It's not specific to committee, it's the entire town budget, as you guys know. Or may know, there has to be 2 hearings for the budget to be passed.
Mhm.
So the first one is tomorrow, and then the second one is going to be on the 8th, hold on. On the 26th. That would be the second budget hearing.
Okay. I have a quick question. I know it's submitted, the budget was submitted already, right? To them,
Yes,
so we cannot make any adjustments.
so I can submit this to the budget office. At this point, I don't know if this would make any difference, because I know what was proposed in the workshop budget was actually the same budget as last year. Yeah. So I think that that's really what they're working off of right now. I don't even think that the first one you guys, not just you guys, any of the committees proposed are what are part of that drafted budget.
Okay, also,
But if you want, I can just, to make it official, I'll send an email to the budget office letting them know that this is what you guys are proposing.
yeah, because I made a quick revision. I know we took out our Basel, but,
And the earth.
So you guys would have to, just so we're here on this, you guys would have to vote on this, because this is not what the committee proposed,
no, okay, no, I understand.
This isn't what was officially proposed, so you guys know, review it again, because it looks like there's been some changes.
The comments that are made on here and read are the ones that they made.
This was put together by Felicia.
Oh,
But I believe the comments are taken from the last.
Yeah,
This is the last one, so the amount should be, the only thing I think is changing is number one, which used to be our Basel, which we deleted. But now that we are proposing some work around town, which we will discuss in a moment, we can defer this so that we discuss the hour thing, otherwise it's irrelevant to approve this if you don't approve the activity, so. Let's see what else. Any other questions? Oh,
Felicia become.
Yeah, I'm confused with the side. I will send an email with a proposed budget from the CAC.
This one.
Is this the one she?
This is the one you sent, the revised.
yeah, the
one.
the only item that was revised was item number one, which is to be our Basel.
Okay, I'm confused. This says proposed amount and then this says new amount. The new amount is the revised?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's other changes.
No,
Yes,
it's the same.
it says
thing.
proposed, like Black History 32, but now it's 35.
No, but
Unless
this
I'm
one's
looking at the
approved.
wrong one.
We're looking at-
No, the one you're looking at, Steve. So just so we're clear, this is a revision that was provided by Felicia. It is not official until you guys approve it. There was one budget you all looked at and approved, and that was submitted to the budget
But
office.
it's not this one.
Exactly, it's not.
Neither one.
That I don't, I don't.
No, the only item that.
But she's bringing forward revisions that she's proposing to you
It's the
guys.
first one. Item
Okay,
number
but
one.
you see where it says proposed?
Yeah, revise,
Oh, no.
I guess she wants to know what each column
Proposed.
signifies. So you're all on the same page. Like, does proposed amount meet the original proposed amount that CAC requested 2 months ago? That's what she wants to know,
Okay,
right?
and I don't know if it was submitted with the minutes.
We're talking about the budget that Esther was here and we went over.
That it was for the new fiscal
Yeah,
year.
that was number one.
Here, if you guys give me a moment, I'll let you, I have it in an email, what was sent. So I'll go over the lines that you guys already approved, the amounts you were requesting of.
And that's what we submitted.
And you guys can check it against this
Yeah.
proposal that's in front of you right now.
I think we just think about zero.
We increased by 500.
Exactly, you guys would have to approve this. At this point, this
So
isn't
that's
approved.
the reason I'm.
So-
bringing it up.
Okay, so to make it clear on the minutes, you're going to submit the one that we.
I already
Yeah.
submitted that,
Oh,
because that deadline was
It's
like
just
a month.
something that-
So you're gonna show us what you submitted.
I'm gonna show you what's currently in for you guys,
Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of
in
it.
terms of requests for the new fiscal year.
I will submit it.
There was 500, no, there was 500 for Art Basel. 3,245 for Black History Month. 750 for book reading. 8,930 for concert on the fairway. 5,113 for concerts, which is the Symphony of Americas. 100 for Earth Day. 22,574 for 4th of July.
You skip fishing tournament.
I'm going.
Oh.
1,000 for fishing tournament. 3,009 Hispanic Heritage, 897 for Juneteenth, and 300 for miscellaneous. 500 for Pride Month. 1,000 for Spring Fling, 300 for What's Your Love Story. 4,500 for Women History Month.
And so why do you red ones say deleted event? What is that?
Because at the
That's what she's proposing now.
No.
No, that's what I'm confused in. What
So
did we
here's the
submit
thing,
to
you
council?
guys, hold on, but here's one very important note that I think might be throwing you guys off. There was a second time around that you guys looked at this proposed budget. However, that wasn't brought, you guys talked about it, but the actual breakdown was not brought in front of the committee, so you guys need to approve that. Does that make sense? Because I can't just go off of numbers.
we made motions.
You guys made motions,
Right.
remember that you were gonna bring it back, it has not been brought back in front of you guys, like the actual breakdown, you guys talked about it, like looking at this old one. And you said, oh, we wanna remove or we wanna add,
yes.
but the actual updated document has not been turned into me yet.
And this is.
Based on those edits.
This would be.
Okay,
So
so
I guess
those,
what Felicia's saying is that this is based on those edits, correct, Felicia?
Correct,
this is the edits that you're talking about,
exactly.
that we have.
But I
not.
just want
And now
to
she
seems
edited
to
the
match
edits.
this,
Except like Juneteenth, that was 800.
the new amount,
Because when you were not here and I took the minutes, I broke it down like that when we were saying, we're not gonna do Earth Day, we're not gonna do Juneteenth, we're not gonna do what was your story.
yeah, there was a
That
few that there
motion.
was updates made to the initial one. Let me remind you guys did approve an initial one for the new fiscal year, it was submitted, it's what I deferred.
Oh.
Then you guys came back at another public meeting
Yes.
and said, we're gonna make some changes, and you guys approved the changes.
That's when
It
the
just
editor went
hasn't
over
been-
or no?
I don't.
What?
I
But
remember the one.
The point is that
she went
this
over.
paper has not been submitted to me yet, so therefore it has not been submitted to the
We
budget
got it.
office. No,
Okay,
it
that's
wasn't
why
in
I'm
like the
confused.
format, no,
Okay, so what we submitted to you was 52,718.
the first one.
The first one,
You guys made some changes, which I believe is the revised one that's showing this is the breakdown of that.
exactly.
So the new proposed budget is 44,000,
Yes,
Exactly.
based on some minutes that you guys, if we look back on minutes, this is the correct one.
Yeah. it was
and that's not including the
So now-
artwork around my village.
So now this is what I'll take to the,
This.
So why was Earth Day deleted?
that's a,
That's
you
what
guys
we
had
agreed
this
on.
conversation.
That's what
We agreed
had,
on that.
And we voted on it, yeah.
The only thing that's new here is number one, the highlighted one. Are we voting on that?
We had it in the original.
Yeah, as of right now, you guys technically did approve this, and this is the first time that it's coming to you broken down.
What is this?
Are we got rid of them down?
Except artwork, Felicia, this is
what?
art bound.
No,
Which one?
we're changing.
Oh,
the
now you're
nomenclature.
proposing this.
Okay, instead of our pass, we're deleting, we're proposing to bring this item back as our work we can do year round, not just in December.
So this is, I just want to be clear, this is a change to the second time.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay, so there is one change to the last edit you guys made. Well, the change isn't official yet. This is what Felicia's proposing to you guys. It's the one that says number one and is highlighted.
That's
yellow.
what it says, second proposal revised, which I thought I had given to you, but this becomes the official one.
Okay,
Make sense now?
okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, but you guys have to approve it if you want it. So if you want me to submit this with this,
Well, are we doing, are we discussing it now?
I guess, yeah, one should.
We need to make a motion first.
We have to make a motion. You know, I make a motion to approve the revised proposed budget for $44,000.
Any second?
This question.
You second it? Are you seconding it?
For discussion.
Discussion?
I have a question. Is it possible, do we have, is the questionnaire finished or we have responses, like to hear from what?
The one that the town put out the survey
Yeah.
events, no, because they wanted it for this fiscal year, so it won't be ready until
Okay.
after. the
It'd be
fiscal
nice to
year is
take
over.
into consideration
Yeah.
what people
Yeah.
want and.
Yeah, once
It
it's ready,
sounds
we'll
like-
share it with you guys. If you guys
Okay.
want to shift gears then, of course, you can take that information to.
can we hold off until then? That's a really good idea.
No, because we have to get the.
So again, this budget is for the new fiscal year. The budget hearing is already happening tomorrow.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think there's gonna be a single dollar increase, but I can't, I can't tell you for fact. It's just, I can only go off of what's been workshopped. And it doesn't seem like there's gonna be a single
No,
increase from last year.
I know it's a long, last night was a long meeting. I didn't stay, but I knew it was a long meeting too.
And just to clarify, so this fiscal year is what month to what month?
Every
Yeah.
fiscal year is the 1st of October
To the 30th of
to the
September.
30, yeah. the
So
30th.
if we did want to add like new events or change to events, it'd have to be for probably next fiscal year.
So the idea is that you guys are supposed to follow this. If sometime during the middle of the year, something comes up and you guys want to go to council, you can just make sure you follow the schedule of when you guys are supposed to go to council. The reason I mentioned that is because if you are proposing something new for March, but you don't go up until June, then you're not hitting that, your opportunity to go to that. So just be cautious of that.
Right.
But yes, you can make the request, and if council approves and wants to fund it,
It has to
then
go
they
to
could.
council, anything in your event is approval for the mayor and
So
council.
if our budget remains at whatever the,
44,000?
no, that's what we propose. I don't know what the council is gonna approve.
Right.
So that means that whatever money we need, we have to really work on getting sponsors to the budget that we want.
And while you mentioned that, I do want to highlight something that one of the council members had mentioned, that one of the chair at the quarterly committee chair meetings, a few meetings back. One of the council members mentioned that the money you guys receive in budget dollars, right, what you guys are approved for, is really supposed to be sufficient for whatever events you're putting on. Any sponsor dollars that are brought on, the idea of those sponsor dollars is to elevate that event, the experience for attendees. You're not supposed to rely on sponsor dollars to put on the events entirely.
Right.
You should budget around the dollars you have to put on the event, the essentials for the event. So it's just something to keep in mind.
Which lately we've been doing pretty good, thanks to Madeline, on preparing budgets for each event.
Right.
And we, tweak it and then make it work for us, so that has been very efficient. I think.
I disagree, because I think like we're actually taking advantage of our sponsors and the folks that like sell their services to us, because for example, if the dollar amount from the budget that's gonna be given to us is supposed to take care of the event, the fishing tournament was more than 1,000, and they were nice enough to lower it. But if we're gonna propose a budget that's already under budget, then we're going again next year and asking for favors from everyone. So I know Madeline did an awesome job. Thank you. But it kind of stinks every year having to go back. Where the hell, we're gonna do an event. Can you cut us a favor?
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is. Yeah.
It's the way
Probably
it
a
is.
scale
That's
down of
smart.
the event,
Yeah.
if that's what your budget allows.
That's why we eliminated some events, so our budget could.
Yeah, will not be as high.
So why another event?
No, that was there from the.
That was there, but we are sort of like
Renaming it.
rename it.
We don't think they would give us more money, even say if we asked for 20 grand more. Then
Well, you guys initially did ask, right? This is more than what you were given, you're 52,000. Again, I can't say for sure because that's a council decision. You guys can tune in tomorrow and see how that goes. We really won't know till the second budget hearing. But the way things are looking, I don't think that it's gonna be increased.
No. No, no, no.
So it doesn't really matter what budget we propose.
Right.
I can't, you guys can propose, I mean,
Yeah.
you're in your right to do so.
Of course,
Again, right now, there is a proposed budget in for you, is all I wanna be clear about.
but it's for 52,
Yes,
7.
correct.
And I'm curious too, of all the committees, where do we stand? Are we like one of the most funded committees or underfunded or?
I'd have to look into that, but there's definitely committees that have much less funding.
Yeah, much less. Oh, we have a lot of events. So
Yeah, we,
You
we're one of the most active committees.
submitted?
It's this person.
Okay,
Okay, so where are we? I made the.
We're in discussion.
We're still in discussion.
We cut down our first proposal.
Are we done with discussion?
any other discussion?
If we're gonna approve this now.
The revised.
Okay, so the motion on the table was made by Elsa to approve the revised budget that we're looking at on page 12,
44,000.
44,000 revised.
Correct.
Felicia, second the motion. We're in discussion. If we're done with discussion, then we're gonna move on to the vote.
What is artwork around Mary Lakes?
That is something that
So,
we're gonna be discussing about.
but we're discussing it now, aren't we, to vote on it? Can you give us an idea?
Well, we can jump to the item on the agenda, which is, second here, this.
It's a picture in the back.
No, I know, but I'm trying to look at the item because it ties with the new business proposal, 7C, CAC collaboration for our work exhibit at town hall and around town. we had this lady, actually, I think it was Suzanne who invited us to her opening, and I met her. And she's very excited to collaborate with us and create, fill the hallways with artwork. She may provide printers for the Hispanic heritage, and she wants us to participate because she wants to create, she has a gallery here on Bull Run next to Gerardo's, and basically she has a lot of our work, as you can see. This is her work, but she has all the artists that she wants to expose around the town, any empty, she's talking to the Grahams and so forth, trying to see if she can bring more art to Miami Lakes, and which is great. I think she owns a gallery, so she knows artists. Actually, I was talking to her today, and she says she went to an event, and she said, if you need musicians, I met a lot of them, and so she's someone that could be an asset to us, even if she's not a member. You wanted to join, but I said, if you join, then we cannot talk about our events because it breaks certain. So she is willing to help us, and I invited her to come today, but she couldn't make it. She has other activities. She doesn't work. But basically, if you approve of this collaboration, then be part of that.
What is the purpose of the $500?
Just probably because there's some work that she has that may require, a different, just the work of not the
setup.
material, not the work itself. And if we have an opening, she may get us sponsors for the opening night here or in other events. So basically is to see if we can, collaborate with her art gallery. And just, like I said, have the artwork display around the town. But she wants to showcase it here at Town Hall first, and so people can see it, and she will not charge for that, for the artwork.
But it will be for sale.
Yeah, it will be for sale, and basically, we were also discussing maybe, they may, I have to clarify that, but we may ask the artist to make maybe a fee for displaying or something if they're gonna be selling, so it may be a money making for us. Potentially, so I think that was,
For a commission percent.
a commission. I don't call it commission, but maybe the leasing of,
So the $500 will be if there's any need for setup or anything expense.
yeah, set up
setting it up.
or, if we have an opening, she can get a sponsorship. If you can have the opportunity to go to which I did very quickly before I came to the book talk. It was very well done, very, very tasteful, very, very, she knows what to do.
Okay.
Because we had a previous lady that wanted to participate, but our work was not up to par.
Right.
So, since I'm just presenting it to you, to see if you want to collaborate. And we'll,
Okay.
I have a question.
yes.
I'm new at this, so. If the council doesn't give us this proposed revised budget, they keep it to the old budget amount. Does that mean artwork around Miami Lakes will be eliminated?
Possibly. But we have to propose.
We have to make adjustments to it.
Cause we're asking for 45,
44.
5,000 higher than last year's budget.
How would we go about promoting this art around Miami Lakes, and how do we associate with her as a
We have
committee?
a video, I think I sent you a link. About Kashi. She's very, she's a professional, basically. She owns a gallery and she.
But is she promoting us as well? That's what I'm asking, because are people just gonna go here on their own? How do we know this is accessible? Like, is there gonna be some kind of like,
Okay.
go to my gallery, here's a QR code, register for this thing, you supported the Cultural Affairs Committee. Thank you so much for being part of, like, see what I'm saying? Like, how do we know that this is, that people are actually going to these things because we're associated with her?
Okay, can you show?
Yes, I'll show that, but just some insight on that. To be very clear, and I don't know if you guys are understanding the partnership, I guess. The idea is that she would come on and this would kind of be like a cultural affairs event. That is then, you know, like, yeah, she's putting it on, but you guys are working in partnership with her. So it's an event that is supported by the town, by the town's. Cultural
What's the
Affairs
actual
Committee.
event?
She was talking about bringing the artwork here and maybe doing like an opening night here at town hall.
Okay.
Which I think is something similar to what was proposed last year for.
For Art Basel.
Or something, yeah, that you guys have done
Yes.
before, so, and just so you know, because she had reached out to staff as well. We told her, if this is something that you would like to do, we suggest that you go to culture first. We cannot force you guys to take this project on. But however, it does fit very in line with the mission, right? That's like art,
Right.
culture, so that's why we had her go through you guys pretty much. If it is something you guys wanna take on as a committee and, you know, do an art opening thing here in town hall.
Yeah, the idea that she has is the artwork that is, because it's gonna be rotated. So whatever is done here, she's gonna move it to maybe the hotel. And display it in the hotel or in another, like a restaurant. Actually, I think she's working with Estrella to do an event there too. So basically, the artwork is gonna be moving. That's why I call it art around town, because, you know, it's gonna be rotated. It's gonna be high quality artwork.
And you know what? And if she gets sponsors, we might not even have to pay for anything,
Exactly.
right?
So basically what she's asking is just for a seal of approval from CAC to endorse it.
Exactly, because
Well,
the
she's not
town,
asking for $500, she
Yeah.
needs
No,
to
no,
put stuff together.
no. She's not asking for that money.
No, but I'm saying, but she has to have, we have to have money in case she needs easels or if
yeah,
she
for
needs
setup,
something
for
to.
setup, I am.
That's like a small working budget for her.
And then we don't have to worry, she'll bring in the
You'll
others.
still bring that.
We'll take care of everything.
And to V's point, if you guys wanna track. If like some of the attendees came, well, one, it's gonna be at town hall, so.
Yeah, so people come in.
People that are already involved with the town and stuff, they're obviously likely gonna be the ones to attend. But if you wanna see if your reach goes further than that, yeah, the town is happy to provide QR codes if that's something you guys want to do. We're actually doing that for the surveys. The QR codes differ based on where what location you're getting the survey from, so that we can track where we're getting that traction from.
Are you guys sending that out to citizens, to residents, to
Move it along.
Yes.
just share your feedback with us?
Okay.
Perfect.
Any other discussion?
Do we have any say on what kind of art she's going to display?
Well, this is her gallery. This is her website. That's most of her work, but she has other artists. Most of her work is abstract. The other people, she has one, let's show the one that in color. Just leave it up.
I'm sure she'll know what to display here. Nothing that. it's-
So this is a new event that has to be approved by council, basically?
Well, our Basel, or, I mean,
We've
it's.
always-
You guys are already
Yeah.
approved for using the space here, as long as it's available, which it has been, for you guys to use. For our work, and it's in line with your mission statement. Now, to your question, if you guys wanna vet the paintings, I mean, as a committee, you guys can
I'm just
say
checking
you
out
want
what
to.
She has.
You know, if that's what you guys want to be involved in that process, which makes sense if that's an event that you guys are gonna support.
Or that's
then
my only concern, because if she has abstract nude art or whatever, it might be a problem to study and see.
No, we'll review it before she, and then she knows what we're looking for.
Yeah, so you guys can choose to, you know, see pictures, I guess, of that, copies of that here in a meeting before you put it up.
But we're not voting to approve that yet, we're just voting if for the budget, right, which would include 500 for her event. If we
I guess
approve
both
that.
items are
Both,
intertwined,
both,
so
yeah.
it would be two different motions.
So we have to amend the motion, or what are we doing?
I think you guys haven't
The motion,
gotten past your first.
yeah, we haven't gotten past the first one, the
Yeah, we
motion
can
was.
jump to the item, so we could clarify what it is.
All right, so the motion on the table is to approve the revised budget of 44,000 as presented,
Right.
second by Alicia. We're discussing, any more discussion, question?
Right now, we're approving the budget.
So we're gonna move to the votes in favor of approving the budget as revised,
Inclusive of this $500?
like you said.
Okay.
Okay.
Votes in favor,
Aye.
Aye.
votes, I guess, vote against,
Nay.
okay, one vote against. And per the new rules, I have to put your names in.
Ooh, so important.
Any other name? Motion passes by majority vote.
So I'll submit this on behalf of you guys. But no.
So it looks a little better. The 52.
The next item, SOA Summerfest concert debriefing.
Summerfest, real quick. We had a very successful event. It was, the attendance was 113 people. According to Madeline, did a great job, tabulating everything. We had 43 walk-ups, 63, Eventbrite and 7 members, so that ups to 113. And we had some donations, right, Madeline?
Yes,
For 165.
$165.
I missed on this.
So record that we have donation or you already had.
Oh, but
You already
sorry, can you repeat it because you went too fast.
Okay, total attendees 113, 43 walk-ups. I can give you this.
43 walk-ups
Okay,
63 event for Eventbrite
and 63 then,
and 7 members.
and 7 CAC members.
Okay, and thank you for those who attended and helped out. We had, everybody was very happy. We did get a lot of.
Did we get, we got emails, right?
Emails from a lot
Complimenting
of
this
people.
event?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and you
I
said,
only saw one email. Did we get more than one email?
I am unsure because I have a couple of events that I'm dealing with, so I
Oh,
don't
okay.
remember, but anything that was sent related to you guys, I make sure to forward to the entire committee. So you
Because
guys
our
can look at it.
people were leaving, they was very
Yeah.
positive,
Yeah.
their response was very, very positive.
And that's one of the things we'll see with the survey.
Okay.
okay, and you said 165 something?
$165 donation, cash donation.
We did better than last year. No, actually, you want it? Yeah.
You did better than last year.
Yes.
There was, that's exactly that.
And, yeah, we took it upon ourselves also to not just, looking for the social media, but I email a lot of people that do not have, social media. And I think those were the welcomes. So, it was very, very nice for them to come and support us. Any questions on this, man? That's it, okay. Next item, the book talk, the briefing.
The book talk with author Shen was very successful. Everybody thought it was great. They really liked it a lot. We had 41 people in attendance. Of course, like always, more people sign up and then they don't come. I have the breakdown here, but do you need the breakdown? It's Eventbrite. Well, we had 5 students, 7 walk-ups, and then 15 Eventbrite. That we vote? 34?
34 total.
34 total.
It was,
All right, hold on.
But then, no, 34 plus 7 CAC members.
yeah,
That makes it 41.
You have the list, because
Yeah,
So
it
the
was,
I have the list right now and I just
No, right
we
here, look.
calculated.
look, we got 15 Eventbrite, 7 walk-ups, and 5 students makes 34. And then 34 plus 7 makes 41 in attendance. Okay? So anyway.
that's what you type in the text message, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, everybody was very pleased. I did send the lady from the library. She did very well, by the way, here. I sent her the pictures that we took. I did send the publicist of author Chen the photographs, and I sent it to her. And they were super happy that we invited them. And I think it worked out very well. The people ate. Man, they ate. They ate everything we put in front of them, you know? And thank you for bringing whoever brought the wine.
No.
And it was very pleasant. It was a very pleasant event,
So we look
Yeah.
forward, I think doing it once a year is effective. So that way
including
we
the
know-
7.
Yeah, look at the green.
Okay, including the 7 from the
Yeah.
committee? Oh, I thought you had.
You had what you did was the. What they had signed up first, you had 31 Eventbrite, and by the end of time was 49 Eventbrite. But actual numbers, those are the numbers.
Okay.
I could put 34 to 41.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, because that's more, it's more than last year.
Next year,
Yeah,
well,
let's see.
let's see if we can get a good answer again and have everybody. Thank you, Elsa. Okay, next item, Hispanic Heritage Month. Elsa.
Okay, here we go. Hispanic Heritage Month, considering that in 2 days, it was sold out with 250. It went right, registry, people that registered. I had only ordered food for 100. And the more I thought about it, I said, that's not gonna be enough. So I went back to the catering company and I asked her to see if she would do 80 campesino and 80 of the seafood. So, she sent me her proposal, her invoice. The invoice is here, right here. This one for $1,700, and they gave us they deducted over $100. They gave us a little bit of a discount. And then at the same time, I found a Spanish guitar players through the lady.
And do one by one, so we need to approve that.
Oh, yeah, do they need to approve that if I have enough money in the?
No, the committee needs to approve because you guys approved the budget of,
Yeah, we
We have
approved
to
the
go back.
budget of,
I forgot what it was, but
2,000,
the old one was about 2,000.
Sorry, so I'd like to make a motion to approve,
the increase,
the increase for 80 plates,
160.
160 plates of the paella.
Just so you guys are all on the same page, there is a copy of the updated proposed budget from Elsa. It reads page 13. And page 14 is that new invoice that she's proposing. Well,
So the original was 30.
no, it was
No.
23. So
For the food, it was, wait, you have the same, oh, no, it's the
No,
new one.
no, that's,
Wait a minute, I think you have the old one. Hold on, hold on.
The one on the thing is the new one.
The original was 2,717, and the new one is 3,203.
that's for the total cost of the event.
All right, so the motion on the table I'm making is to approve Elsa's new invoice for Bahia, increasing it to 1,700 for 160 people because of the number of registrants.
correct.
With the addition of the guitar player
Oh, we're
and.
not
No,
doing
that's
that,
it.
we're just.
That's
Well, you guys can just do it how you like, but I'm just proposing for the sake of your notes. If you guys want to, you can just approve the entire.
Yeah, because I included the guitar.
But she has an item that is
talking about.
So anyway, the guitar is this gentleman that works for the Miami-Dade Public Library. I hear he's very nice. I spoke to him. He has a lot of great repertoire of Spanish music from Spain. So I asked him, what would it be for 1 hour? Let's say from 6 to 7. And he said he would give it to us for $60 for the hour. Does he need to do a 1099 for that? No, if $60.
He needs, for anything, we need
Need
either
a
a W-9 or, yeah, we need a W-9 to cut a check.
A W-9 to cut
check.
And he's just gonna do 1 hour?
1 hour, because we got the flamenco dancer, we got the DJ, we have the food, we have the dancing.
That's
a lot of things. That's not bad at all.
And they say it's very good.
They say he's very good.
My cousin saw him.
Yeah,
at
at
the
an
library,
event. Yeah,
and also the lady from the library that's here at the law.
recommended.
She said that she knew him, but she didn't remember the name. So as it was.
But I mean, just showing up and taking the time to be here.
Yeah, for $60, I don't think we could go in.
And he does it as a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, he does it.
Okay,
Is that the only 2 additions? Okay.
that's it.
All right, so I want to make a motion to approve the new budget proposed by Elsa, including the upgrade for the Bahia,
For the Hispanic.
1,700. And then for the Spanish guitar player, the $60 for an hour. Anyone second?
A second.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, we're gonna vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? The motion passes unanimously.
Just for the sake of the notes, also, I have an EpiPen I will bring with me.
The what?
Just in case.
You got a what? Have you got a what?
I have an EpiPen with me at all times. in
No,
case
but like
somebody
I
has
said,
an
if you're gonna be
allergic
so
attack.
completely separate.
But you never know.
Yeah. What do you see?
Yeah,
Ben?
no,
Of
no,
course, do
we'll
it.
take care of it.
Do it.
We're
Do
gonna
it.
do
No,
it.
no, definitely. No, I don't want anything. to-
And we will ask
Yeah.
everybody, if you're allergic to
Oh, no,
seafood.
no.
Yeah, please let them know because.
And I've been trained to use it, so I can.
So thank God, you're not gonna just shoot me in the heart. You're gonna put it in my leg.
Stay on.
Question,
Oh.
question, a couple of things. The flags, have they been ordered?
Oh, we need the
No.
flag.
Were you gonna send me the link?
I
No,
sent you the-
yeah, we gave it to you at the last meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they can't be ordered because we're not in the new fiscal year. Those will not be ordered until October first.
So.
Maybe on time?
I can tell you with the delivery, Amazon's usually very quick,
We
Okay.
can get over
but
it.
if not,
Because your mom needs.
Yeah, because we needed to stick them in the thing.
And then the lady of the balloons also, whatever.
She may also need them ahead of time too.
Yeah,
So maybe one of us can
So
buy
then-
it and then you guys reimburse us?
or we can give you the credit card.
Ah, yeah, okay.
okay, good.
But,
So Trinette is gonna take care of the flag for us, the little flag.
And the big one, you got it too already?
No, the big one we
It's-
need.
they need,
Oh,
well,
boy,
whichever, I mean,
Thanks.
so it's gonna be till October
What is-
first
you
anyway,
know
so
what?
do you want me to just?
I'll
send it?
just.
we need flags, so-
Order it, just order the
Okay.
flags. We
Yeah,
should-
it'll be ordered October
because we're
first.
gonna need the
Yeah.
flags anyway, so
Yeah.
we need the flags, the plates and the knives.
And then
So
Trinette,
send me a link for those, cause that I haven't sent a link for.
no, Trinette.
But if
is
it's
gonna-
Amazon, you guys can, you know, it gets
We
here
have the
pretty
same
quick.
ones that we got from last year, I think, and then she said just to order more of that.
So
We know,
do you
we
guys
want-
care to be specific? And I can order them. I just wanna make sure that you're getting what you want.
I want the nice, the
If
nice.
you want
that they
specific
shine.
ones, which is what it
Ones
sounds
10
like,
inch, 10
Yeah.
10 inch,
so then I'm gonna need a link.
but the sturdy ones.
Can you send her the link and then like that?
But
But make sure it matches with this, because you're not
What
gonna
is
have
that?
like, what you told me I need to wrap up. Oh, this.
No, here. I didn't bring any plates.
I was gonna
Wait,
take
don't
their
put
stuff.
that. I didn't bring any plates. Wait, make sure that you know, you need knives and you might need more forks.
And the plates are not there.
And the plates, we don't have plates.
So why you keep pointing over there at somebody else's stuff?
No, well, you know what, we need 300 plates. At least 300. plates.
Didn't you have like a whole bunch of plates?
No, we went to the store, Suzanne went, and what she found was just a little bit of plates, which is.
Yeah, you have a
all
little
we
bit.
use.
Oh, yeah.
She
I mean, you
already
can
went
use
up.
them, you
Yeah.
can finish using them.
We could order the same
But-
one. I
yeah.
have the link of what we ordered. Okay. Okay, I can send you the links for the flyers. and-
I have the flags, but you did give it to me.
Send it to me.
I want the nice, these are, this is
4x6,
public,
right?
but the check.
Picture with
They
the,
can.
uh,
4x6, 4 inches by 6 inches, right?
What?
The little flag with 4 inches by 6.
Yeah, I'll get the same ones that we got for Venezuela, but those times.
Yeah, it says 4x6 and the one says 3x5.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, so Trinette is gonna send you that,
Okay.
Okay,
Anything else we need?
no, I think everything else.
Oh, by the way,
Oh,
these are some of the brochures that the tourist office of Spain gave to me. Actually, I'm going to say it. I've been reaching out to get some artwork. If we don't get it from them, we'll get Karina to help us. She has some nice work that she had for us. Very colorful, she said. But I contacted the Centro Cultural, no. Centro Cultural Español, something like that. They haven't responded. So when I called the tourist office again this week, they recommended to contact the Commerce Council of Spain. They responded to me right away and they told me that they could not handle that. They just handle Spanish businesses, but they gave me the name of the guy in Washington, the cultural group in Washington. So I sent them an email, so I'm waiting this week to get a response. Give me artists. If not, we'll go to plan B.
Okay, another thing is, we have to buy the cider, right?
Cider, yeah, that's another thing that I need to know the amount, the total amount, how much we're gonna need.
I already bought the tumblers.
How many bottles do you think we'll need?
I have to figure that
We'll
one out.
figure that out, figure the amount, tell us the amount, and they'll cut the check.
Okay, are you gonna take care of buying it?
No, the office is not doing that. What she wanted
Hello,
to give us.
I'm in charge of the secret,
Oh, you're in
Yeah, you
charge of
said
the
that last
cedar?
time.
Okay.
You
perfect.
said that.
So
There you
you
go.
but I
got-
need to know how many.
Yeah, that's what I said. She has a tumbler,
Okay.
she has to
Let
measure
me,
how
let me
many,
talk to
how
my
many
friend,
drinks per bottle.
It's
I'll
four,
find out.
4 drinks per bottle, right?
the tumbler. What I bought were the tumblers, like the ones we had for the wine. Those are the
Those are
ones. I
big.
bought.
Just so you guys aren't expected to like,
We're not
you know,
gonna
give
fill,
them full size drinks.
No.
So the idea is to have tasting.
it's just a
of what-
tasting, yeah,
Just
because
saying,
el
if that helps with
pimiento,
your-
el pimiento will have sangria, they're bringing sangria. And then we're getting water, right? The water bottle,
I don't remember. off the top of my head, but if
Yeah,
it's on
we
the
have
different-
water bottle, $75.
Okay.
We have,
So yeah, give me the total amount of bottles, they'll cut the check and then you buy it. They don't wanna handle them, because last year, I think for the Venezuelan, they had a trouble, the person bringing it over and then them bringing it over, so they'll give the money and then we'll take care of it.
okay, Madeline, you're in charge of that. And then we just have to let you know,
You just let me know how many bottles.
it's gonna be the tumbler size, but we don't like I said, we don't have to fill it up to the
No,
top,
fill
you
it
know?
No, no, how many bottles we need, I don't
And
know.
the-
Yes, but I'm
They
saying,
really filled up the bottle.
I
There
know.
was one guy that
That's
had
okay,
this full,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying, so each bottle is like 3 or 4 drinks.
let's say four drinks.
Full.
It's cider, it's not.
Full.
Okay, all right, we'll decide, yeah, okay, let me find out with my friend who has a liquor store, and see. And maybe he might be able to get it for us at a good price.
Okay, so we're still pending the artwork with eventually, so we have the guitar, the maintenance, the food, I think we're on track.
I think that's it. I think we're in good shape.
One quick question for you guys, just because I got an email today. Are you guys looking for volunteers for that?
Probably, if we have 200 people.
The only thing is that they're students, so I just want to be clear, do you want them or not, just so we can let them know. I guess for this
Well,
specific
to be
event,
honest with you, last year was more hectic because we had to more or less keep an eye on the food. This year, they're in control, the catering company. Because they have their chef, they have their people, and they're gonna be serving.
So just need a drink.
So it'll be the drinks, and the drinks we can't have. Children.
you can't have them handle it.
Yeah, what else would I need their help? I don't know, maybe picking up at the end, I don't know.
But you have, everybody, the one gonna handing out,
They're gonna be doing the serving. They have their staff that will come and serve. Yeah.
Checking people in.
No, checking people in is, Madam.
Unless she needs help.
It's
But I'm
200
gonna
people.
give
Well,
you
she
rates
still need
to-
help from the committee.
Are we gonna let people walk into, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
that's what they did
I
last year.
had mentioned to a few people that I invite. I said, if
Be
you
here
look
by
at the
6
sold
o'clock.
out, just give me your names and we'll put them on the list or.
I had a lot of those at the book talk. But she told me she wrote me down, like, no, it's okay, come on.
No, they
not,
are,
I
very
know,
some
I-
people have called her too.
Yeah,
No,
but
the
I mean, it's up to you guys. We can explain it for more people.
People, you know.
That's a call on the committee.
No, don't open.
If it's already 200, then
No,
we're
no,
looking
no,
at least
no, no,
100.
At least
We'll
100.
get the walk-ins.
And then the walk-ins are gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Okay, so no student volunteers.
I would say no.
No,
To be safe.
I just need the committee members to be present because I'm gonna need help, you know. Charles always helps us with the liquor, but he's gonna need help.
I think that
Madam
they,
is gonna need help. What,
unfortunately, I'm in a play, one for
She's not gonna be here.
that day?
and the 14th is the day that we have it.
Oh, man.
It's the 12th, the 14th, and the 15th.
Can you
Okay.
just,
So then for sure, I need at least
Nothing.
2 committee members to be manning that table, no? And I tell you, this is a time that they have
we
to,
need to know who's gonna
workers have
be
to
there.
be there.
Yes.
Yeah. You will?
This is gonna
Okay.
be.
Now, who's gonna assist Pimiento with their stuff?
No, they bring their.
Yeah,
They're coming, they're taking care of
So.
it,
And that's dessert too?
Yeah.
dessert too. You know,
What kind of dessert?
I don't know.
So
Um,
I-
Elsa, one question for you, because I know you've been in contact with Empire Event Rentals,
Right.
right? In that price, something that I've noticed with working with him, I don't know if he talked to you about this, but his pricing for tables is a different pricing than what it is for him to actually set it up. So you have to make sure that the price, does this price include him setting it up, or is he just dropping it off? Because remember, those tables come in pieces, right? Like, there's the base and
Yes,
the
yes,
pole.
yes.
So you might want to make sure, because if not, you're gonna require more help for that. You know, if you guys were planning on paying for subs,
Those are heavy.
they are. Cause I've made the mistake before of not, you know, of just ordering them, so I'm letting you guys know.
I'm
but
pretty
you
sure
avoid
it's the
this.
setup, but I'm glad you told me, because I'm gonna talk to him.
It's usually included in the invoice if it is. So if
Uh,
if it does not say set up in the invoice, then it's not. But again, you can talk to him and see if he can give you a good pricing on it.
Yeah, well, already I told him and he gave me a better price than what he quoted. But,
In
I'm
the
also-
invoice, did he send you a preview, like,
yeah.
it
I
should
have-
say it in there, it would say setup if it includes setup.
Did the balloon lady send you her W-9?
I don't remember.
Because I was,
What's her name?
Grady.
Is it the same one from last year?
No, no, that one left and left.
Grady?
Greydi.
Thought we talked about it at the last meeting.
Yeah, but she's supposed to send in her information, and I've been after her, and she kept telling me that, yeah, but she said it, but she didn't copy me. So,
Invoice no Lucia, right?
okay, Empire. See, I'll look, I'll see what you think.
No, this doesn't say setup.
And how much is that up for?
It doesn't say setup.
It doesn't say setup? I can't believe it.
Isn't that
No,
what
it's
happened
two
with,
different prices. I'm
isn't
telling you
that what
what
happened with, women
And
at
I
the
made them,
station?
yeah, I've made
Yeah,
them
we had
mistake.
to set up the table
Yeah.
and everything.
No,
So if
I'm
you
not
wanted
saying
to
those
set up,
things.
then you either the committee needs to do it, or he can do it if you guys wanna approve a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like $10 or something for setup.
I forgot, but
Like
Yeah.
10 per table,
something.
per
I
highlight.
don't remember.
Okay, I'll give him a call. I'll give him a call.
Yeah, cause if
that's
not,
hard
that's
to
gonna
do.
be trouble
No,
for you
of
guys.
course.
And we don't have people to do that.
Yeah, cause and then he needs to schedule, it's very important to tell him then, because again, if he's dropping off, it's much quicker than them staying here and actually setting it up, and they have other deliveries, so that's something that needs to be communicated. to him.
No, for sure. You know me. No, I'll
Do
talk.
we need to provide that budget we just approved?
Yeah, I would put in
Probably.
more funds for that.
Out of precaution, $140 more, right?
Whatever you guys are comfortable
If
with.
we don't use it, we don't use it, but then you're not gonna have time to come back and approve it.
I know, we won't meet. Let me, a quick question. Do we have any sponsors for this event?
I'll send you a package that I can share with you guys. Cause I know we had 2 last year. So
Yeah,
I
but-
can send you guys a package if you guys wanna share with any business you may know, and I can send an email to the sponsors from last year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
before I do the setup, I need to know,
Yeah, okay.
because they will need a table. No one has approached you to sponsor this event. That's
For
my
this
question.
one, no, but I have a list of. Of sponsors that we've worked with recently, and I can send it to them. Sometimes they just don't know. So I can send them an email with the package.
Can you please?
Yeah,
And they'll be set up like.
and
last
if
time,
anybody
the
comes
people
back,
that-
I'll
See,
share
that's
it with you
it,
guys.
because I have the pimiento coming too. They want to take.
So speaking of how many you currently have with no sponsors. Do you even have space? Like, I just wanna know.
Did you do the setup also, the one that has a little picture that we tell her where, how we?
No, that's
That's
what
what
I'm
she
gonna,
wants to
yeah,
know.
that's what I wanna do.
But I guess based on what you guys have now, think about if you even have space for sponsors. In
Well,
terms of
because-
giving them a table.
Last year, what we did is we had the 2 tables at the entrance of the 2 sponsors. And then we had the guy from Venezuela, the
The
people with the
chicha
carpet, yeah, on this side. So then I'm thinking.
The ice cream
It was
guy over
very
here.
tight. though.
And
It was
then,
just-
yeah, and then the drinks were in that little,
The
Yeah,
drinks
yeah.
were by the elevator and then the ice cream guy was like at the end.
yeah, but that's okay, the drinks can be there. by
The
the
drinks are
elevator.
great.
Yeah,
Elevator.
that can
Cause
be
it
right
doesn't get a
there,
crowd.
yeah, they can be there. But then-
So 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
One or
more
two
than
for the
2.
entrance. Okay. And then Pimiento can have.
Now,
the-
remember that this year we don't have the food inside the chambers.
It's gonna be.
So if we want to put the sponsors inside the chambers, we could do that too.
You bring the food outside?
Next day.
Yeah, they have to cook
Oh,
that
yeah.
paella. They have to.
Outside, they gotta cook it,
Yeah,
and then people will do it.
huh?
That might be better.
Outside.
That might be better so that we don't have tables in the way when people are going to the food.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking that maybe El Pimiento might like to be inside with the people too, instead of in the
Most likely.
foyer.
But you still
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, but the thing is that the food, you guys have to remember that that's carpet in there. And like, that's where we have like our council meetings and stuff. That gets really messy when you. put
So
food
people are
out
gonna be eating anyway on
Yeah,
top of
yeah.
the.
Well, that's not
Doesn't
great either.
bring food they bring in, because with the book talk, people were, I was like picking up
Yeah,
stuff, because they were
they
like
have-
coming in with the food.
and they have tables to eat.
Mhm.
You
We
guys
have
use
the high-
cocktail tables.
The high boys.
It's not formal tables, it's cocktail.
And we're gonna have chairs.
Yeah.
You do
We're
a
gonna
small
have
section.
the- we're gonna have the rolls like we
Like we
did
did
last year, yeah.
because people needed the chairs.
Yeah, the elderly needed the chair to sit down.
Quick question, the paella gonna be outside serving?
Out here, right here.
Outside.
They're outside cooking.
No, I'm thinking here. What do you mean here?
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I have to get together with them to come and see the setup.
And what will be the backup plan if it rains? Even though it's October?
I tent.
We need to get a tent.
How many tents? We need 2 tents? Or are they doing
Two,
fire?
two.
Are they bringing their own tents?
I'll ask. I think they have tents, they have to bring them just in case. Well, worse than ever, we might have to bring the taxi.
Okay, so you wanna make a motion then for the setup if we need to spend it just in case?
Yeah,
Just keep in mind, we need sponsors, we're over budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right here, we're supposed to have 3,300. Right?
No, you said town budget 3,000.
No.
No,
but you don't know.
Same thing.
Oh,
It's 3,500.
I'm going off your proposal.
3,500.
For the new one.
That's what they do.
That's what you're
Oh,
gonna
that's
have.
what it, yeah, but that's what it would be, that's for next year, but,
Oh, that's what- yeah.
yeah.
This is the budget, if you, that budget you guys have this year.
We have
Right,
3,200.
but we don't know what we have next.
You won't know until October.
But I don't know how much this guy's gonna charge me for this setup.
Yeah, you have to ask, because I don't remember off the top.
You
of my head.
said $10 per table.
I think, I don't remember. when we
Yeah,
did
That
it.
would be $140.
Right,
So let's say $150.
Yeah,
Okay,
150.
all right,
I
let's
saw,
add,
I'm assuming, sometimes that's how much. you charge.
150 should cover.
let's add 150 to this.
Okay, so Elsa, you make a motion?
And motion to increase the revised budget for the Hispanic Heritage event
By
to
150.
3,000.
3,353. No, I'm glad you told me that, Kyle, because
Okay, anybody second?
That's it.
Discussion? Okay, let's vote, all in favor? Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously.
okay, so then I'll send the packet to see if we can get some from, please.
I'm sorry.
The holiday book talk.
They booked out. Any update on that?
That's for now. Here. You wanna take?
This show is good. Theater.
We're gonna start at what time? It was 11:30, no?
The 9th of the Saturday or Sunday.
It's a Saturday.
It's Saturday, December 9th.
Yeah, what did we say? Did we say 2 o'clock or 12?
I have a question for you, Charles.
That's the same day as the.
You said that they have
Yeah, it's the same
rehearsal
day.
that day?
You mean in October?
No, the one in December. The reason they're moving the time to 11
Right,
is.
they had-
they're
yeah,
doing
they had,
something. Is
but
there
they
an
cleared-
event Or is
For some kind of way they cleared it. They cleared the day. So the
They
day-
did?
They had told us no because of the time we had Mrs. Call set up for it. So they said we can accommodate you if it's at this time and you guys agree, is what happened.
Okay, so now you're saying that we can go back to, what is the normal time that we have it?
But you guys can't just change,
No.
because remember that Mrs. Claus is booked for that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the problem. It was booked
So
for the
what time is she
Saturday.
booked for?
Okay, so
She's
it's
coming on
starting
12 to
from
1.
11:30
But it starts at 11:30.
Okay, so starting at 11.
11:30 to 12:30, right?
Yeah, something.
12 to 1. Okay, got it.
11:30 to 12:30, that's the set time. So
We'll try to get some of the people from the.
11:30, 1:30?
The event, that she goes on from 12 to 1.
Oh, 12 to 1?
Yeah, 'cause it's 1 hour.
So it's
And then
11:30 to
you
1?
guys, yeah, you guys had me put the event at 11:30. That's what I have.
So 11:30 is, we need to be there at 11:30?
The event is promoted at
Yeah.
11:30.
Oh, okay,
Start at-
Because she
We have to
starts
be ready by
at
11:30.
okay, so. Okay, got it. 12 to 1 is the show. But we open at 11. Got it.
And keep in mind, I mean, Esther already preliminary filled out the event request form, I'm happy to share with you guys if you guys want to take a look at it. I'll share it via email, just a reminder, I know I've mentioned it before. There is a huge town event that day, that morning, so staff won't be as available as we normally are. So just make sure to prepare accordingly, if there's anything you need from us, you know, we can help you days leading to it, but the day of we will not be available to
So
help.
one, we're not be able to bring the ice and set up,
I have to see because it's a huge event that we have that day. We have over
That's a jiggle-
600 people
run.
and
but we don't
have
have ice in
sponsors and stuff. So
But we have the juice and the stuff.
They have a little refrigerator. I think we
Yeah.
put some things on the refrigerator.
No, last time we had the cooler without.
Yeah, just the cooler. Okay, the cooler.
Oh, because we have the little fruit things for the juice for the little one.
I just want to make sure you guys are properly prepared for that.
Yeah.
So I'll send the event request form if there's anything you think about from here to
We
then.
still have time, couple of months, right?
And then just make sure that, you know, you're gonna need more hands on deck than usual because of that.
And we
So
need
just
to
something to
contact
keep
the education advisory board to bring this.
I think we've already invited them, but I'll
Yeah,
double check.
and the table,
were
we
two
had our
tables.
tables, yeah.
They already, yeah, they talked about it at their last meeting. They want to be a part of it, so they're pretty much in.
Okay, good. Any other questions on this item or event? Okay, let's move on.
And I'm sorry, I have one thing, because Esther sent me an email, and I don't know if this item probably has to do with Charles, but it's related to this as well. Esther, and she'll bring it up if you guys don't want to talk about it now, but I think that she wants to look into paying the theater for the space that they are lending us, pretty much for hosting us, like a venue fee.
How much?
She didn't tell me. a cost.
No, wait,
Six.
last,
hundred.
in the minutes, item number 6. Request to Main Street Houses surplus ACC budget.
That can't.
Yes, but that's
That's
a
not-
request of
that can't
surplus. She's talking about a fee specifically for this event.
A venue fee.
Again, you guys can defer to talk about this item later when she's here.
How much,
I'm just
how
letting you
much do
know.
we pay the church? 300.
No, the church. the
I think
church
it's
had
500.
was here.
I think it's
The
500.
church was 575,
Yes.
575. But we use the space for 4 hours, but they're
Yeah.
5:30 till 9.
Yeah.
30. Just 4 hours, and here's gonna be how much?
1 hour.
1 hour. So we need to balance out, renting a place 1 hour versus renting a place for 4 hours.
But what Esther was saying, I guess.
I guess she's suggesting.
She's just
You guys
suggesting
haven't
we can
paid
table
them
it for
before
later.
the event.
I think
Not
we
until
should just
December.
table it.
Yeah.
Come back and she can explain it.
And then she can have more numbers.
Okay. And then your item, you wanted to add, is that tied to what Esther wants?
Yeah, see, the whole idea about the rental is that once you rent the place, you can use it all day, you're just using it for an hour. So you still have to pay the same fee.
But we can use it longer because the theater has something
Yeah.
that day.
No, they cleared the date.
Yeah.
You clear the.
I guess you work that out.
It's 2 hours total.
What you and Charles and I had a conversation about, because he was trying to figure out how do we not let this happen again, right? Like this whole issue that we're running into the surplus. I explained to him that. Obviously in your line items that cultural affairs is given budget for, that's not a budget item, right? That's not something specifically, you don't have a donation to make players. So what you guys could do, and again, this is totally up to cultural affairs, the only way that I could see you pretty much accounting for that from the very beginning is you guys as a committee deciding, okay, we want to go to council, we want to request that for the new fiscal year. Because you guys are up. You guys go to council October. Include that in there, hey, we're in a new fiscal year and we'd like to set aside X amount of dollars for Main Street Players, whether it's a donation, whether it's a venue fee. Well, venue fee is different, right? Because if you guys pay a venue fee specifically for that event. Well, again, that's up to you guys to decide. You guys as a committee can pay them a venue fee because obviously that's part of your, that's part of the event.
It's more
A
logical.
donation is something you'd have to go request. The same way you requested it to council at one time for this one time, you can talk to council about either going forward or you just want to do it this one time. But my suggestion, in conclusion is As a committee, anything such as that you guys wanna go to council for should be done very well in advance, and waiting till the end of the budget year is just not reasonable, because then we run into issues, intergovernmental. We have to turn in memos, we have to turn in minutes, and then we lose the opportunity. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Charles, again, this is my suggestion as that, but even then, I don't know, that's a council decision to make and a committee decision to take on if you guys wish.
Right, and also
And
taking into account that if money that we don't use during that fiscal year, we lose it, right? So that's why we wanted to appropriate at least for the donation or venue fee. For the feeder, since we use them so often, at least pay 600 to go to them. At that fiscal year, not necessarily just for like the Santa Claus thing.
Yeah, so you're talking more donation and Esther's thinking venue fee, so either way, yeah.
Venue fee.
Well, it's not either, I wanna be very clear,
I said
because if it's a
we're
venue
gonna
fee,
say-
you guys have the, you guys can do that.
Venue
But
fee.
if it's a donation, I'm telling you guys that if that's how you wanna approach it, you have to go to council, and I'm urging you to go now rather than later, because then we get it to the end of the fiscal year and you're done.
So the thing is, if it's a venue fee, we only have $750 for the book reading, which includes the book talk and the holiday.
Correct, so that's a decision for you guys to make.
Yeah.
Same as Hispanic Heritage, you're technically going over the budget. If you guys are kept at the same budget, you're technically going over budget as well. So you're gonna have to move funds around, or the
Yeah, 'cause
sponsorship.
I
might
was saying at
supply
the
that.
end of the year, we always have leftover money.
Yeah, yeah.
Not always, but
No,
me on that.
not always.
But
Yeah.
it's looking like that's gonna happen this
Yeah.
fiscal year.
So
So
we
just
have to,
something to think about.
do we have to vote on that now?
If you guys wish to take it as a donation request to council,
No.
I suggest you do that now, because you guys are.
We're up next month.
You're up next month, this is your
So we
opportunity.
can do it as a venue fee, right?
You don't have to approach council for the
I
venue
don't
fee.
think we'll have an issue doing it as a venue fee because we use it.
But they're saying that they don't wanna do the venue fee.
Oh,
right?
you don't
Because
wanna do
they
the
said that, the church, like, when you equal it out, it's not the same.
Yeah,
Is what
4 hours
the
for the
discussion
church,
is.
and it's, it's $500 for the church for 4 hours. Well, let's do it for the next meeting.
There
Let's do it
is,
for the next
okay, so
meeting.
I wanna be very clear, you guys can leave it for next meeting, you can now discuss it, that's not up to me, that's up to the committee. I wanna be very clear that I am helping you if that is what you wanna do. You have to talk about it now if it's a donation allocation request, because you guys go to council next month.
Okay, I'll make the motion, right, for the donation allocation request to the theater for $600 for our next fiscal year. Any second?
That's it.
And Charles second.
They cannot give us a discount?
That's
They
not
have
a
to
fee,
be-
that's
It's a
you guys
donation.
request.
Oh, it should
No,
have
but
been.
It's a donation.
It's a
That's not a
donation.
venue.
At
That's
the
not a
end,
venue.
when you're gonna have
That's a
other-
donation.
No, we don't know.
Oh, you don't say we're not.
Yeah.
Discussion.
But this year, we're losing money, and on the 3rd of September, the money that we don't spend is gone.
We can do this.
We put it out in the front, better, we just put it in the front. Okay.
And we're not cutting it short. Okay, I have a suggestion.
Yeah, we're in discussion.
For our discussion. Okay, we have to meet with council every 6 months. The first one's October. If we want to approach them, we have to do it now for October, because that's next month, even though we're not doing it way in advance. However, the next time we're meeting is with council is April or May, 6 months after October. April. We can then approach them with enough time for the April meeting when we have a better picture of what our budget is.
But I think for this, because we already have.
It wouldn't be for this fiscal
It's
year.
not.
It would be for the new
No,
one,
it's
the one
not.
that starts October first.
Because the
You
September
missed the
30th is the
deadline.
last time, that's the problem, we already missed the deadline for that one.
Okay, so I would like to amend my motion then. So a donation for the theater, if we have leftover money in the fiscal year, that's what the budget is projecting
Of next year.
of next year.
23, 24.
What I'm saying is you guys don't really know your dollars until the very end, and then you run.
But you don't
Like,
have.
are
time
you gonna go
approve
to
it.
council the first month of the fiscal year saying if we have money left over? Are you guys gonna remember then 10 months, 10, 11 months later, hey, we have to bring back this donation and get it done?
I got it.
Or does it just make sense, hey, we're gonna allocate from our funds? And again, this is my,
I would like to do it, so my motion stays the same, a motion, for a donation $600 to the theater, and Charles, you're seconding it, discussion.
Another question, is gonna be for the 23-24. Is that what you're saying?
Has to be,
Yeah, it's 23,
it's
24.
too late for now. Fiscal year ends September 30th, this is for the October that we have to meet.
Any more
And
discussion?
that's how they told you that they would charge us 600? That's what you were.
It's a donation, it's not a.
We're talking about
Well,
donation.
thinking of it as a charge.
Yeah, you're still doing it. It's two
Yeah.
different-
Why- Well, when we treat the church is, I mean, they gave us an invoice. So it's not really a donation, it's, we're using the
This is
tanks and
The
the
air condition, the.
custodial fee and.
But that's gonna be on the venue price.
That
That's
is,
the thing.
that's gonna be, that's different.
This is
We have
different.
donation.
This is different.
So a
What
donation
you're doing is different.
versus the
What you're
use of the
doing.
space.
Correct.
How do we differentiate?
Because this one's a donation and that one's a venue. fee.
But
So
why do you
Yes.
wanna call it a donation?
Cause this is what
Because
you
we
guys did last fiscal year.
Yeah.
You guys requested a
But-
donation.
I think last year we had more money. And we weren't as tight as we are now. So donations sounds kind of like a little bit philanthropic from our part and we.
It could be based, a donation based on if we have funds left over.
We can always
That's
come
what
back if we don't,
on the last
if we
meeting.
don't have. the
Yes,
funds,
but
But
we
you guys
didn't
missed
approach
the
council.
deadline. You guys had to do this at the last time you reported to council.
Exactly, so
This
there,
fiscal
if
year.
we are even gonna do it, we have to consider it now and vote on it now. Obviously, if we don't have the leftover funds, we're not gonna be able to do the vote.
Then I think you.
We did vote it
that
for,
way.
Felicia, we did vote for that
Well-
this year, but we didn't present to council, we're too late. So that money, we can't do it, because we need their approval.
Right.
That's why we're getting ahead of the game for next year by putting it on for the next fiscal year. Or asking, requesting.
How much did we give you last year?
1,000.
Whoa. That was a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying, 'cause you don't have to-
Yes, we did.
Yes, you guys did. You guys gave $1,000 last
Oh,
fiscal
I
year.
thought we didn't give it. Because we weren't on time.
You weren't on time this current fiscal year, you guys are out of time.
Well, then why don't you amend it saying it that way? A donation of $600 to the theater? If
Because
we have
just
funds.
said if
I
we
mean,
present it
honestly,
like
you
that
can
to
present
council-
it, it doesn't matter. Council can give you feedback and say yes, can say no, or can say yes based on if we have money for. So if that's what you guys wanna.
So it's a motion for the donation of $600 contingent on us having leftover funds at the end of the year.
Correct, from our budget, correct.
And anyways, the minutes are always attached with the request, so they can look at it.
Which is
Donation will be
contingent to that.
contingent upon CAC having the funds at the end of the school year. Any more discussion? We're gonna vote now on motion to approve donation $600 contingent upon having the funds at the end of the fiscal year to the theater. Anyone in favor? Anyone against?
I didn't vote, hold on. I wanna change it. Since we did it, whatever, last fiscal year for 1,000. Can we still put 1,000, but if we don't have 1,000, whatever contingency on what we have left over, we can lower it? Or can we up it if we have more left over? Like right now, I can, how much we really have left over. You know what I'm saying? If we put
Like you'd rather, you're proposing we motion to donate 1,000 and
then
obviously,
if we only have
explaining it,
500,
but 1,000 or less based on whatever we have,
Yeah.
based on how, I guess, sufficient funds you have.
Based
1,000
on
or less,
available funds at the end of
available
the-
funds at the end of the year.
or you're capping it at 1,000, I guess that's the correct. way.
Okay,
No, I wouldn't go 1,000. I would go
But then
600.
the council will not approve.
No,
There's a motion on the table.
Yeah, there's a motion, so you guys have to amend that.
So this would be the motion for the 600.
for the 600.
Okay, so we're voting again. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
nay,
Okay, so one against. And it's Madeline.
with no E.
With no E.
So even in the 600,
So
The
now,
motion
if it's
passes
less-
by a majority.
even if the 600, if we don't have 600, we can give less.
Yes.
We're capping it.
there are probably,
Upon available funds.
you can put that in the minutes.
I already put the
Yeah.
contingent upon the minutes. I didn't put anything about 1,000. Do you want to make a motion?
No,
No?
Okay.
So now reminder that this gets added to the council agenda for October. I need a memo from the committee minutes. So I can add it to the agenda and then either the chair or whoever is gonna present that item has to go up in October. That's my friendly reminder to you all.
So by when do you need the memo?
I need it by September 29th, so you have 2 weeks.
What?
I need the minutes and the memo. So I can add it to the.
Memo can be short, I can send it up.
You wanna do it, Felicia? Oh, you're doing me a favor. Okay, so Felicia,
And you're gonna give me the.
and I'll give you
Just give me the verbiage.
$600.
Clock is ticking, everybody.
All right, new business.
Okay, real quick, Madeline, proposal for pay picture.
Yes, since we have funds left over, I'm sorry, I ran out of ink. I only have one extra. I'm proposing, since we needed to replace some of the easels for paint a picture for mom and the pump lid for the half gallon, Elsa?
Half gallon.
Half gallon, I put up a proposal, which I can pass by. For 15 easels and 8 pump lids for the half gallons, for a total of $194.37. No shipping and tax ID with Blick, I use Blick.
Yeah,
So I'm
because
sorry, what do you have?
No tax because we have.
We're tax
account with
exempt.
Blick.
Well, yeah, I'll email them if we need to look at it.
So a total of $194.37 or $200 to round it off. So I'm making a motion.
Yeah.
To approve a proposal for art fees or art supplies. For the paint a picture with mom. I'm gonna put $200 just in case something comes up, it's only
For
$6
2020.
difference.
2024,
For $200?
200.
Anyone second the motion?
I second.
It's only $6 more.
Yeah.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, 7B, the next.
You can keep that.
Oh, okay. This looks similar to what we were talking about the theater with the funds. And I think we collected, right, for the Symphony of America, the 165 cash.
Mhm.
And the folks that were there providing the funds, right, we were thinking of paying it to the orchestra. So the motion
Or
was,
you giving that money to the orchestra? for-
yes, because to begin with, I think they lowered their fee for participating.
Mhm.
And the funds are 165, and I think they gave us a discount of $200.
Yes.
So I think it's a good idea to give the orchestra the donations that we gathered at the event. So I want to make a motion to provide the $165 in cash to the orchestra.
And, well, one note about
They
it
use
is,
it for plates.
no, it's okay. I think,
Wait, I'm making the motion. Does anybody second?
Second.
Okay, so second by Madigan, she was first.
But we paid them.
So discussion,
discussion.
The discussion is that we paid them.
but we paid them less.
We
Well,
paid in less,
but you
and I think, and Charles noted that we had less musicians.
Yeah.
And the reason I think, I don't know if it's because of the fee, because I know we did an event for the Scottish Festival, and they were charging us per musician in their band. So I think they lowered it, but they probably asked one of the musicians or a couple of musicians not to attend, because they have to pay them.
Yeah.
So I think it's, you know. And believe me, next year, they're gonna raise the fee, so we need to, because they're struggling, you know, like every other group, to make money.
If we don't give them $165, can we use it? For something?
You guys are out of time to use your funds, like your events are already done for this year.
It's left over on this year.
We're gonna lose the 165 this
The
year.
money you
We're gonna
don't
use the
use, you lose.
165, we're gonna use the 50,000, we're gonna.
And let us go with that.
I think they were nice enough to lower it with the money that we have, because we were struggling to get the
Okay,
money and all
all right.
that, so.
And the reasoning behind it is because since we have that money in the fiscal year, if we
Yeah,
don't
we'll
use it.
tell them, by the way,
Okay,
you know,
that's
it's
fine.
gonna get donations and-
Yeah.
because you-
Okay, that's fine. You made the motion.
I make the
Charles
motion, we're
seconded.
still in discussion, any more
Yeah,
What
discussion?
about the original invoice?
The original invoice, I
The
remember.
original invoice was for $3,699.
No, we paid, I think that was the discounted one that you asked
Yeah,
for,
the
that's what we
original
paid.
was 39.
Yeah, the original was 39.
But I think it'll be fair to give them the
Okay.
donations that people were giving us thinking it was going to that,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
I think it's fair enough.
as opposed to having it go back to a pile that has nothing to do with them.
Okay.
All right, any more discussion?
No.
Voting, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. Next item, CAC collaboration for.
We already
No,
talked
we
about
already
that.
did that.
Don't we have to approve the event or no?
I think
We
we.
did not vote on that. We did not
Discussed
propose
it,
that.
we discussed
did
it.
it.
We
Well,
discussed
we
it
did not
on the
vote on it.
budget.
Do you want to make a motion to approve the event?
Okay, I make the motion to approve the collaboration to do other exhibit, around town with,
Miami,
Karina.
what is her name?
Karina, Michael Meyer.
CK Gallery, no?
CK Gallery.
CK Gallery. Okay,
And even second it?
I second it.
Elsa, second
Discussion.
discussion.
Pending the budget,
Pending
will she
budget
still do
approval.
it without us, only us supporting it but not giving money?
Cause if we don't get the $500, that's the question.
Yeah, she might, she thinks she could
I
get
mean, she
sponsored,
could get sponsored.
yeah.
Then I don't see the point in putting aside $500 for her. She might be making money afterwards with, if she
I
sells
mean,
some of that
there may
stuff.
be a fee that they may give us for renting, the space here. I mean,
Depending
I
on
would
how
charge us-
successful.
Yeah. it's
What
not-
kind of
There's
charge
no fee to rent the space here.
But she said
No,
that
no,
around
but she-
town.
They're willing to, like a fee for, I don't know, I have to discuss, like, she needs to clarify that for us, but I think she mentioned something that she will not charge us to display, but, we may, to do something,
Receive some sort of a commission or
yeah.
something, okay,
but we need to.
okay, so you need to
Yeah.
vote?
Any more discussion?
Okay, maybe we can defer approving this until we know what our budget is, until our next meeting, since it's gonna be a while before our, whatever you call this, art exhibits around town, or,
Well, we were hoping
No,
to get
she
some
she
for the
wants to get
Spanish.
started as soon as possible, so.
Also, this will be now.
That is bad.
you were getting some for Hispanic, I'm sorry,
Yeah, we
We
were-
may get-
she's
If
gonna
I
put
if
this
I
in
don't
her
get,
Spanish?
if I don't get
no, not that,
just
something
from the
that's. not
Spanish
from-
cultural group,
Yeah,
she's willing to help us out,
okay.
so she's planning.
but is that for a fee or no?
No, she's doing it for. Maybe mounting some of the big pieces for the walls, but.
Are we
maximum
responsible of any of
$200,
that break? Because we're gonna have people walking with the food.
No, we had it last year, Vernon did it last year.
The food was over there last year. It wasn't over here.
But what,
No,
what
no,
you
but
keep saying
it's-
here, it's gonna be over
We're
there.
gonna be hanging it from the little cables.
To the
It's
place.
on the wall,
To
nothing
the
on the floor,
chamber.
nothing on the
No,
floor,
but it-
okay,
All right, any more discussion? Are we gonna vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay,
Okay, well, 2 against. V and Madeline. So motion passes by majority. Next item, CAC members' attendance and participation.
okay, real quick, I'm very concerned that, we have members that are not attending, not only meetings, but not attending events or helping out. So I think it's something that we need to address, and I thank all of you that have come to the events. And if you cannot attend because of illness, I know there's 2 people here that are ill today. But I think it's important, and I mentioned it before, that it's not what I expect from you, it's what the town expects from us to get sponsors, to participate, attend events. If you look at the membership application, it's there. So I'm not making this up. So I would help. And I will talk to the other members that are not attending. I mean, I know there's a person that signed up and hasn't even come to anything.
Nope, no.
So,
can we address that with whoever appointed her? When did we appoint her anyway, or when did they
Marieta,
appoint
you're
her?
talking about Marieta.
Yeah.
yes.
She got sworn in, she
I
got
can send you
appointed.
guys. I don't know if you guys want to reach out to her or if
I
you wanna,
did. She
when-
said she was coming to the book talk and she didn't come.
When was she appointed?
she was appointed
No,
May
but
10th,
four meetings.
May,
and she was sworn in June 30th.
You already missed it.
So June 30th. It's the date.
There was a time that we were gonna keep a list of people from the committee that attended the events.
That too, that too.
I remember discussing that.
The town probably needs to know who's attending, not that they're checking on people, but how many members are attending the event.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know, at least in my opinion, from observing, and obviously I wasn't here in July because I had surgery, but the people that are not here today because they're sick, they've always been here. The
No,
ones
I
that we
know,
keep having issues
Suzanne
with
comes
is
to everything and she.
Carla, Hermie, and the new lady.
or Hermie said,
Well, Hermie's sick, but she hasn't been here either, and Marietta, so it's been 3 people.
In regards to her, and I know she's in the situation
Yeah.
probably that I was when I was sick too.
Right, no, she is. I
He,
talked to her, yes.
If she cannot attend, because I had to resign basically, and then I was signed up again.
Right.
but they kept your
They
position,
kept the.
they didn't fill it.
Yeah, that was up to the appointing.
Right.
I think, and that's something we should talk about, because now we're gonna have more members too,
Yeah,
and if we
more.
still continue to have folks that are sick and can't attend for whatever the reason, then we're not gonna be able to have quorum, so like, today we had, right, today we had 2 people that always attend, but they got sick.
Hmm,
And so if she wouldn't have come and she's sick with her knee, then we wouldn't have had quorum.
Exactly.
So it keeps putting a lot of pressure on the people that are always here, that you cannot be sick, because if you are, then you won't have quorum.
Exactly.
We already approached the council person that. appointed.
No, but I'm saying like what she's saying, when she was sick, they held her spot, but it doesn't count towards quorum.
Because if they know I'm gonna come back,
Exactly.
Right,
they know I was gonna come back, but we don't know if these other people are gonna come back.
Yeah.
And that one person still came the one day that the councilwoman showed up, and we haven't heard from her again.
It's tough.
And we already approached councilwoman, and she still said no, because Carla wants to remain on the committee.
Well, I'll talk to my. I don't know, that was you, what they
Not
were.
my, yeah, Marilyn,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, we can be understanding and lenient, but there's so much, I mean, because. I mean, I make an effort to come even if, you know, that,
She hasn't followed through. I mean, I'm being honest right now. She hasn't followed through. Oh, I'm gonna be at this meeting, she doesn't show up. I'm at this event, doesn't show up. Why would someone still wanna be in a committee if they're not showing up?
yeah, like, I
Exactly.
always say.
Why? If that person said, I want to, but
No.
what is it when you call, back up your words. If you wanna,
Yeah,
you keep saying you want to, but we don't see you.
Yeah, one thing that I say to everybody, and I have mentioned it to the council members, is the first part of the work committee is commit. If you cannot commit yourself to be part of a group or commit yourself to help, don't join.
right, but
And we
on top of that,
understand
it's
the sick.
because it's causing problems with our quorum. If it
That-
wasn't,
Trust me,
if it wasn't causing problems, I don't think we would have an issue whether you sign up and you don't commit.
Correct.
Who cares? But like as a group, if we don't have quorum, your position.
No, but I
counts.
think it's important, and I disagree with you, if you committed to something, because if I put my word on something. it's my word.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's you, but you know, like, if it didn't affect us, it
You
might
were
not be
sick,
as
and we, you
important.
know, we're
You know?
glad that you're back, but you were, you came back and I came back,
Right.
because we're committed.
So what are we doing? Are we writing a letter? Are we writing an email? Are we writing an Instagram? Do we need them
No,
picked
not
out?
an
Do you want them to
Instagram.
stay? What do you want? What are we doing?
And that's
But
what
they're
we-
not following the rules.
But what
so-
At one time, when there's 3 missing,
Yeah,
or
but
4
they-
missing,
they-
they got away with it.
That's
Yeah.
the question, so what are the rules? Because I remember when I joined, it was like, if you're not here for.
Exactly.
Felicia, on behalf of the committee, if you guys are in agreement of that,
Mhm.
can reach out to the appointing council member and let them know the situation.
Can you strongly
Because it
suggest
still-
that
It
they,
still falls, again, it still falls on the appointing council member too.
right.
so you can do that?
Alicia, you need to do it to, for
Mary
Ernie,
and
to make sure that
Ernie?
they'll keep.
Ernie?
So they hold the space.
And Marietta.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a motion then?
Do we need a motion?
Do we need a motion? No. Do we need, no. we don't.
No.
She's gonna go ahead, that's chair.
Hermie and Marietta, is that her name?
Well, let me tell you.
That's Congressman
Councilmember Collazo.
Collazo,
Also,
and then Carlos Buono.
one, yeah. And then,
And her,
and then going back to
Same one.
events,
Ronald?
Collazo.
oh yeah,
and then going back to events, the committee members, unless they're out of town, please, or sick, you need to attend the events, because, you know, it comes down. to
Yeah,
just
the
a
Fourth
few
of
people.
July, it was
Yeah.
Elizabeth and I, and it was
Yeah.
hot like crazy. And I thought I was gonna, dehydrate in that field.
Yeah.
But we were there, I mean, we had to represent the committee, and it's nice because we present the committee and people see who we are. and-
Not only that, it's not a burden
Just
on
that,
few people.
But
If
it's
everybody
helping
chips
out,
in.
it's helping out, and we didn't have that much stuff to hand out, but yeah, we need to know.
Alright, next item, experience Miami Lakes
Okay,
questionnaire.
that's I think that's something that was brought up real quick. And she said,
That's a question.
you didn't have the feedback yet from.
No, because they wanted to capture this fiscal year and the fiscal year is not over yet.
We don't have feedback yet.
And people are
They're
responding.
still
No
open.
spending.
Yes, we have gotten a lot of results.
When do we think we'll have those? in?
This is an item that's going along with, an agenda item from Councilwoman Ruano, so it depends on how all that goes.
Alright,
But I think we're expecting beginning of the new fiscal year,
announcements?
and that's the QR code, by the way. So if you guys haven't done the survey, please feel free
Already
to.
did the survey. Okay.
And there's
And I
paper
emailed it to a
copies.
lot of people too, the link.
Great, thanks. There's also paper copies if anybody needs them.
Yeah, I have a paper copy here.
Any announcements?
Any announcements?
I need help.
Mr. Officer, no announcements?
Hello. The only thing that. Well, good evening.
I've been so quiet, I forgot you were there.
He's here to make sure we don't get rowdy.
So Santa Club is gonna have,
The what?
a, Zonta.
Santa?
Zonta, the ladies club.
Yeah.
He's gonna have, human trafficking,
Oh,
event in conjunction with the town
Uh-huh.
here on the 11th next month, when you guys have your
October
meeting.
11th?
Yeah,
At what time?
at 6.
Okay.
That's
An hour
wonderful.
before you start your meeting, it'll be here,
And that's gonna be what,
October 11th.
That's our next meeting,
The
At what
same day
time?
of the meeting, At 6,
6.
at 6.
Human trafficking,
Human trafficking and.
I don't wanna put it back, so.
No, yeah, the human trafficking unit from the state attorney's office is gonna give a discussion,
Percent.
or yeah, presentation on human trafficking.
Presentation.
Is the presentation going to be for all ages, or is there material that's sensitive to certain age groups?
That is the best question, and they don't.
That's the educator in me. If not, I can't invite the babies.
But you know, what I've noticed, with some of these presentations is that. So, it's like a sexual, like if you're gonna present anything sexual, you don't wanna bring like smaller children. These are so strong sometimes that it's not good for them to hear.
So no one under like 11 or 12 or?
I wouldn't bring my
Is it
11-year-old daughter to, or anything like that.
Is it PG-13?
They don't have a,
No,
it doesn't say, but
no, but anybody under 13 shouldn't be attending. 14.
Okay. Any other announcements?
Got a question. So for the October council meeting. We're approaching them, we're submitting the donation request. For next fiscal year, right?
Yes.
It's in the minutes.
And isn't that October also when we're supposed to do that report thing that we're supposed to submit?
Yeah, you guys would have to approve that
The
right now.
so we're doing the committee report and the request.
But you guys don't have a written report submitted. The written report is something that the committee needs to review. And is submitted based on the committee. So it would have had to been viewed today.
The report, the committee report for the September meeting. I mean, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's September. You guys go up in October.
October when?
11.
October.
I don't know. When-
So
when do
it's
they
the
meet?
same deadline I just told
September.
Trinette. It's September 29th is the deadline for written report.
Oh, so we were not.
It's the 30th.
September 29th.
Yeah, the written report has to be reviewed and approved by the entire committee.
It should have been reviewed today.
It had to be a special call, not a supplemental, but a special call, yes, you could,
Before September 29th.
yes, it would have to be before September 29th. Memo, minutes, and the written report would have to be reviewed by then. And
Okay. Duly noted.
So are we gonna have,
Any idea what available dates?
I have to go back and look.
that's like this week or next?
Yeah, pretty much.
And who's available to attend? Do we have?
Do you
four?
want me to work that out with you, Felicia?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's before September 29th, so it has to be,
And that other memo too, Felicia, the one
the memo for
for the donation.
the donation.
Mhm.
And I need for you to send me which one.
Oh,
It should be short, it shouldn't be executive. For theater.
Officer, the Santa Club, human trafficking, that's gonna be here on town hall.
And the chamber, inside the chamber.
Very important.
The donation is for $600,
You know why.
whatever, okay.
All right, next meeting,
Next meeting, October
oh, the same day,
Yeah,
we'll be here, we have to come early.
at 7.
Okay,
So we can go and then just
Yeah.
come back to
the trafficking thing.
okay, motion to adjourn,
Oh,
8:46.
wait, we have to make a motion.
I motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:46 p.m.
Second by Felicia, discussion, hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay, motion passes unanimously, meeting ended at 8:46.
I'm gonna have a word with Jonathan. I don't like those choices.
Yes. I know.
This guy is
Yeah.
transporting.
Looking, why did he still?
I know.
Let me hold on.